Weilà raga e ciao a tutti! Hey everyone and welcome to this video. I got a request to do a video explaining how to say my in Italian, and I thought it would be an excellent opportunity to also explain how you use the in Italian, seeing as whenever you use my, you have to also use the. They go hand in hand. And when using the and my, you need to understand in Italian how masculine, feminine, singular, and plural words all play a part in determining what the and what my you can use, because in Italian, it's not just as simple as in English where we have one the and one my, no matter what the situation. In Italian, there's several. But it'll make more sense once I start explaining it. However, I do recommend rewatching this video a couple times, because I'm going to be throwing at you guys a lot of rules in a short amount of time. But I'm sure if you watch this another 2-3 times, it'll make a lot more sense. So essentially, what is a definite article? A definite article simply means the. It's when we're talking about something and we're talking about a specific something, such as the book. If I was talking about a book, I could say a book in general, doesn't matter. Therefore, it is an indefinite article. A and an are indefinite articles. The is a definite article. So in this video, I'm going to be teaching you definite articles of Italian, or as they're called in Italian, gli articoli determinativi. So let's begin with the first the in Italian, the first definite article, which is il. Il. And you use il when you're having a word that is masculine and singular. How do you know the word is masculine? Simply it ends in the letter O, such as the word libro. Libro means book. To say the book, I say il libro. Il libro. How do I know to say il? Because there's an O at the end of the word. Now if we want to make it plural, we say I. I. So you take libro, il libro. We're getting rid of il and putting in I, and we're getting rid of the O at the end of libro and plugging in the letter I, because O changes to I to make it plural in Italian with masculine words. So it becomes I libri. I libri. Now the same is going to happen for all these words that I'm going to be showing you, for all the forms of the. So just know that when you're making a word from singular to plural, you got to cut off the ending of the word and also change the definite article. So now let's go on to feminine words. You use la when you're talking about feminine singular words. How do you know a word is feminine in Italian? It ends in an A. Such as the word porta. We say la porta. La porta. That means the door. To change it to be the doors, we have to say le. Le. Le is used for feminine plural words. So if we want to say the doors, we change the A at the end of porta to I and change la to le. So it will become le porte. Le porte. You see how the pattern works? Now let's move on to something a little bit more complex, but it's not that bad, trust me. The definite article is lo. Lo. And you use lo for masculine singular words. However, here's the catch. The word must either begin with S plus a consonant or the letter Z. What does S plus a consonant mean? It simply means the word that we're talking about, the word in question, that's masculine and singular, has to either start with S, and the next letter, and the letter next to the letter S cannot be a vowel. A consonant is any letter that is not a vowel. So, S plus a consonant, or the word can begin with Z. And it doesn't matter then if there's a vowel or a consonant next to the letter Z. It doesn't matter. Just as long as it starts with Z, we're using lo. So, and it has to be a masculine singular word. So for example, I picked out a word, schermo. Schermo. CH in Italian makes a K sound, so it's a K, not schermo, it's schermo. To say the screen, we say lo schermo. Lo schermo. Then if we want to take the word lo schermo and turn it plural, we change lo to gli. Gli. How do you pronounce this GLI? Well, the G is basically silent, and you're kind of saying li. However, you're not just saying li like that. It's kind of like the tongue is sliding on the top of the roof of your mouth. So it's like li. Li. That probably really looks bad on camera. Li. And this is much easier with practice. However, I'm not even that great at it because I'm a native English speaker, not a native Italian speaker. But when you do speak Italian a little bit more fluidly, it does come a little easier to pronounce this, and everything, practice makes perfect, let's just put it that way. So to say lo schermo, plural, if we want to say the screens, you say gli schermi, gli schermi, gli schermi. So here's a word that starts with the letter Z, such as zaino. Zaino. As you can see, the letter A is next to the letter Z. A is a vowel. Doesn't matter when a word starts with Z. Just as long as it starts with Z and it's masculine, there's an O at the end, we're going to use lo and gli for plural. So we say lo zaino, and then we say gli zaini, the backpacks. So now let's move on to L with an apostrophe. And L with an apostrophe is used for both masculine and feminine words that are singular. However, they all start with a vowel. Such as the word anno. Anno in Italian means year. So if I want to say the year, I say l'anno. L'anno, the year. If I want to say that it's plural, and it's a masculine word such as anno is, it ends in an O, but starts with a vowel, L with an apostrophe becomes gli. Gli. So I have to say gli anni. Gli anni. I put GLI in the front, and I change the O at the end of anno to the letter I. But what happens if the word starts with a vowel and it ends in an A, making it a feminine word? What do we do in that case? Well, you will still use L with an apostrophe to begin it. In other words, you will still use L with an apostrophe as the definite article. However, the plural definite article will be the regular, the standard feminine plural definite article, which is le. For example, the word l'università. L'università. That means university, otherwise known as college in the US, but it is university in Italian. It starts with a vowel, it ends with an A, therefore I have to use L with an apostrophe as its definite article, and it kind of becomes one word, l'università. Now, because it's a feminine word, it ends in an A, and it starts with a vowel, we're going to use le as the definite article when we're making it plural. It will become le università. Now, whenever there's a word that has an accent mark on a letter at the end of the word, you don't change it to be an E, let's say in this situation, because an A would become an E with feminine words. Alright, so enough of the definite articles, let's finally get along to how we say my in Italian. My in Italian is not that complicating because now we know how to say all the definite articles and the masculine and feminine and the plural words and how all that stuff works, so now it's going to make a lot more sense as we go along to understand how to say my in Italian. So first we have il mio, and that is when we have masculine words that are singular, such as il mio libro. Il mio libro, that means my book. You can't just say mio libro, you have to say il mio libro. It's just the way that it works in Italian. And then if we want to make it plural, remember, the O at the end of libro changes to an I, and we've got to change the definite article. Same thing works in this situation. And my will also change. Il mio becomes I miei. I miei. And I miei is used for masculine plural words, such as I miei libri. I miei libri, my books. Now we have la mia. La mia is used for feminine singular words. How do we know it's feminine? Ends in an A. So, for example, I chose la mia macchina. La mia macchina. Macchina means car. It could also mean machine in certain senses, but don't worry about that. Macchina means car. La mia macchina. If I want to say my cars, we have to say le mie. Le mie. La mia becomes le mie. So we have la mia macchina becomes le mie macchine. Le mie macchine. And that's all you need to know really for the basic stuff about my. See how simple it is? But the chunk of the stuff, the chunk of the real information and rule-based stuff that we need to know comes from the knowledge of the definite articles in Italian. So that's why I decided to start off this video by teaching you guys those, by explaining them, and then it's real easy to move into to explaining and understanding how to use my in Italian. So now before I close this video, I just want to give you guys a couple more little side tidbits about my in Italian. And that is, there's no you do not use lo or gli when you're talking about my in Italian. So it doesn't matter if a word starts with S plus a consonant and it's masculine, or starts with Z and it's masculine. You're not going to say lo mio or gli miei. None of that stuff applies in this situation. It's just il mio, I miei, la mia, le mie, and that's it with my. So if I wanted to say my screen, I would say il mio schermo. Il mio schermo. If I want to say my backpack, il mio zaino. Il mio zaino. Or I would just say, if it's backpacks, I would say I miei zaini. I miei zaini. So that's how it works. You don't have to worry about the lo and the gli and the L with an apostrophe when you're talking about my. Alright guys, thanks so much for checking out this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up so that I know that you liked it. Leave me a comment down below. Check out the description box to see notes of everything I went over in this video. E un saluto speciale per Chiara e anche per Sara. Ciao ragazze, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!